Hey everyone, welcome back to Retail Talks. As always, your host Cody Fitzgerald's here, and very excited for today's episode because we have a really exciting announcement over here going on at Omni Digital Group, which is just a lot of fun things going on. But the topic of this podcast is our new video ad services. So, you know, I think one of the biggest things I can say is from a macro level so many businesses they want to understand video. They want to do video. They see video absolutely blowing up in regards to you know TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels, all these different platforms. The statistics are just off the charts. I think it's something like 80 to 90% of the content that people consume today is video. And in your small business, if you are not um, doing video successfully, doing it often, making it into ad content, not just organic content, um, it is very safe to say that your business is going to fall behind over the next 2 to 3 years as direct to consumer brands that maybe you sell in your store are focusing on it. And what we want to do today is to give you the framework because one of the things with video is I don't think that people would have as many questions as maybe you would think around how do you need to record, what do you need, that type of thing. You have holding in your hands right now, maybe you're listening to this podcast through it or watching it on your phone on YouTube. You have it right there. You have a multi-thousand-dollar camera that you're holding. All you need, and we'll talk about this in future podcast episodes, but all you need is good audio quality and you're set. Maybe some lighting, but even then, lighting isn't as important as you would think. It's the audio quality that I would focus on. Very quick tip there. But today, what we want to talk about is the basic framework that we operate with at Omni to help small businesses dominate in their video. And we've been spending the last 1 to 2 months really building out this framework for video. And that's why we're excited to bring it to you today because there's a lot of thought into this, there's execution. There's been hundreds of thousands of dollars in revenue generated already from the strategies of this in a very short period of time. So we're very excited to bring you that. A little drink of the Celsius there. So at Omni here, we have a 3-part framework. And I want you to remember this terminology. I want you to remember a hook or a call out. I want you to remember retain, and I want you to remember call to action. That is your 3-part framework for successful video ads. And really, what those 3 things mean is the first thing is designed to grab their attention. And we'll go through those strategies in a second. The hook. The first 3 to 5 seconds of a video is really your new headline as a retailer. And when you think about David Ogilvy, he has this quote where once you've written the headline, you've spent 80 cents of your advertising dollar. The headline is one of the most important aspects of what you do because it gets people to stop. It gets people to pay attention. It gets people to actually consume it, which in video form is what we want. The retain is telling them something. What do you want to tell them? And how are you going to hold their attention? The third thing is tell them what to do. What do you want them to do from your video? Do you want them to come in store? Do you want them to download something? Do you want them to click? What do you want them to do? So let's dive into the hook. The hook is you're giving the consumer a reason to consume your video. You're getting them to notice your content. And we do that a couple of different ways. So the first thing that I would really recommend when it comes to your hook is to focus on the first 3 seconds. Do something that captures their attention. One of the best ways that I recommend for a retailer to do, and this also will double for great branding, is to start outside of your store. Invite people in. I mean, if you were a business, a retail business, that why do people come to your store? They come there because of the experience. They come there because of the selection. And you just invited people in, like physically in the video, you're waving your hand, come on in, like stop scrolling. Hey, this is Cody with Omni Digital Group. Come on in my retail business. I want to show you the new product we just got. Bam, you're capturing their attention. I want to show you the new X product. I want to show you the new Y thing we just got that people are interested in. But it captures their attention. One of the things that I really, really recommend to all of our clients, whether it's on graphics or on video, is proximity, geography. People notice things that happen around them, and mentioning where your store is located as far as the city and the street. Where are you by? What are those markers that you're by, as far as, are you by another big business in town? If you're by the Target in town, tell people that. People probably know where the Target is, but they may not know where your business is. So it's really just calling out the city and street and where you buy within that. And also relevancy. How can you make it relevant to the person seeing it? If your product is for a specific type of person, label that, call that out, use a phrase that allows them to bucket themselves in it. And we'll get into that in a second, of how you can use different word tracks to help with that. But relevancy, it's personally meaningful based on your product. Think about it this way: nurses are care more about what happens to nurses than construction workers do. It just as an example within that. So make it extremely relevant to them. So then the call out is another subset within this of whatever you have to do to get that ideal customer's attention. Start outside your store, jump into the frame, call out an issue people have, call out a top brand you sell. Hey, Cody here at Omni Digital Group in Iowa City. I want to show you the new XYZ product we just got in. People know my name, they know what I sell, they know where I'm located. If they're in the market for your product, they now know more about you. Call out a top brand you sell. Call out top selling products and categories. An item you just restocked. Your top seller last year. Use your city name. Anything to grab attention. And again, pro tip: once you know the best call out, use it in all or majority of your ads. Develop your 5 different examples of your first 3 to 5 seconds. Jump into the frame. Start outside. Get your people involved. Those type of things. Labels, features, traits, titles, places, using it in there. Example right here. Hey, Dubuque, this is XYZ retailer over on Main Street. We're having a great sale and promotional discounts this weekend only. Stop on in, some of your favorite brands, such as, and inserting the brands. Again, get excited with it, but really try to capture their attention based on that city. Because here's the thing: if you went around to 30 people right now in your local town and you said, hey, I'm the owner of XYZ, do you know where that is? Probably 30 to 50% of them wouldn't even know where you are located, right? So using that location based is extremely good. Another example: hey, Tacoma, are you a runner? Bam, allows them to self-identify and say, yeah, like I am. What do you have to say, right? And that's one of the next things I actually want to do, is ask questions where people have to answer yes. Hey, Tacoma, are you a runner? Hey, do you struggle with XYZ? Hey, do you need a new blank, right? Call that out. Hey, are you interested in XYZ hobby? Like, you have to do something to get people to identify in the lane that you're trying to get them to identify in. And that could be a profession, that could be an interest, that could be a hobby that they have. Anything like that would work great. The next one is, we just went through this, but I want to reiterate because I kind of went through that a little fast, is the yes questions. Questions where people answer, yes, that's me. Again, another good framework to think of is local area plus the trait. Hey, Iowa City, do you love ice cream? Right? If you're an ice cream seller, come on over here. We're having a special. We got this new flavor you've got to try. Bam, right? It's just really allowing people to identify and just to know where your business is at. Because most businesses, they struggle for one primary reason. Two, people either forget about you or they don't know that you exist. Period. For new people, it's they don't know you exist, and for existing, they forgot you existed. And that's an issue, right? Because that's revenue that's leaking out the back door. If then statements. If you meet your conditions, then you can help them. If they meet your conditions, you can help them. So if you want to heal this, cure that, have a solution for XYZ problem, then continue watching, right? So if you're a blank person, we have your solution. If you're looking for the best new pair of running shoes, you have to tune in next. Bam, you caught their attention in 1 second, right? So using those type of things in the if then statements, if you answer yes to this question, then watch on. You might fit our solution. Callouts don't have to be verbal. Starting outside is a great example, or jumping into the frame that we've talked about. Be by a local landmark when you're making the video. If you're in a town that has a really distinctive landmark, I'd be using that up and not even be in your store, but have some of your top product right there. People will think that's really edgy and really catchy. So that's all on capturing the attention of the individual that is watching. The next piece is the retain piece, and it's really you want them to pay attention long enough to get the consumer to actually watch the video. The key is curiosity. Um, the two biggest recommendations I can make here is really to have lists of things and steps, but to also not overthink it at the same time. If you're showing one of your top selling brands, of the last season, there's not really a specific reason, to have lists and steps. It's really just that verbiage that really is what's going to draw people in and really solve their problem at the end of the day. Lists, though, are things such as facts, tips, opinions, and ideas presented one after another, can be any order or sequence. Things like the top selling SKUs within a product category. I'm going to go through 5 ways to solve X. Things like that, right? Just thinking of those. And you, as a business owner, can probably come up with 13 different ideas right now on lists you can create. Steps are a specific order you have to accomplish, something for it to be completed. So 3 steps to find the perfect XYZ product. Talk about when people come in, what questions are they asking you? What is that sequence that you take people through? They come in, we'll let you look around. We'll come take out a couple different options. We'll slide it on your feet. We'll get you measured. We'll put that jacket on you, right? We'll help you get fitted. Just what is the process? How can you show and tell people the experience without them actually being there to give them a taste for it so that they actually come in and make a purchase? And then 5 steps when assessing purchasing XYZ product, right? Giving people that list, or excuse me, the steps to buy your product. And then the final thing, get them the reason satisfied. Invite them in the store, have them download it, fill out some information, buy online, whatever the goal is of the person that is watching the video, you want them to take that call to action. Call now, shop online, fill out the form, stop in store. Those are just a couple key things. And that really concludes the 3-part framework that we are going to be guiding our clients through here at Omni for successful video ads for a retail business. Please and sincerely reach out to us if you have any questions on video ads. I feel like we have this is 1.5 pages. We have a 55-page playbook for clients for video ads, and it's only going to get bigger and bigger as we learn more and more. And we're going through this process as well. And we've hired the very talented individuals, and we're ready to bring you this exciting service, but also the consulting and the education behind it of how to do this effectively and successfully to grow your business. So until next time, thank you so much for tuning into Retail Talks. We will catch you on the next one and appreciate you tuning in.